He was canceling his own son's job applications. And no one knew. Not the employers. Not their son. Not even me. His wife. But once I found out the truth, I packed up our son's things, rented him an apartment with money from our joint account, and told him he was free. That's when my husband said I was the one who betrayed the family, that I was destroying our home, that I was a terrible mother. But let me take you back to where it all began. My son Aiden is 23. He just graduated from college, full of hope and ready to start his life. My husband had insisted that Aiden come live with us after school. Said it would be good for the family. Said it would save money. Said Aiden could help around the house, specifically with his younger brother, who's 16, disabled, and needs daily care. At first, Aiden agreed. He loves his brother. We all do. He moved home, no rent, no expectations. Just help around the house, help with his brother, and maybe figure out his next steps. But months passed, then a year, and Aiden started to grow quiet, restless. I would see him sitting in his room, scrolling through job listings, reading resumes, tweaking his cover letters. He told me he wanted to work. He said he wanted more than an allowance. He needed purpose, independence. I understood, but my husband didn't. He told Aiden he didn't need to rush, offered to double his allowance, said it was better for him to stay put, said, "The family needs you here." But Aiden, bless his heart, kept applying. Dozens of jobs, maybe more, and nothing. Not a single interview, not a callback, just silence. He started to wonder what was wrong with him. He thought maybe his resume was bad. Maybe his GPA wasn't high enough. Maybe he'd made a mistake coming home. It broke my heart to watch him shrink. Then one night, I saw something strange. My husband was on Aiden's computer. He quickly minimized the screen when I walked in. Claimed he was just updating antivirus software, but something in his face was off. So I waited until he left for the store. Then I checked the browser history. It was all there. My husband was logging into Aiden's email, using saved passwords, reading his messages, and worst of all, he was impersonating him. Each time Aiden submitted a job application, my husband would wait until a response came in, then log in, pretend to be Aiden, and cancel it. Some he deleted entirely. Others he replied to with excuses. I've decided to stay home with family. I'm no longer interested. Thank you, but I won't be pursuing this role. One after another, deleted, buried, covered in lies. I froze. How long had this been going on? How many jobs had he sabotaged? How much confidence had Aiden lost, thinking the world didn't want him, when it was his own father shutting every door? When my husband came home, I confronted him. He didn't deny it. He said, and I quote, "Someone has to think about our younger son. Aiden leaving would disrupt everything." He said, I didn't understand the pressure. He said he was protecting the family. He said Aiden would eventually thank him. I didn't recognize the man standing in front of me, so I made a choice. That night, I opened up the joint account. I transferred enough for first and last month's rent. I found a nearby one-bedroom unit, clean and quiet, with a short lease. And the next day, I told Aiden the truth. Everything. He didn't cry. He didn't yell. He just sat down, silent. And then he said, in the softest voice, I thought something was wrong with me. That broke me. I told him to pack his things. I told him he was free, that he didn't need to ask, that he didn't need permission to live his life. He moved out the next week. When my husband found out, he went ballistic. He said I had no right to rent an apartment without his approval. He said I was encouraging selfishness. He said I was separating the boys. He called me unhinged. He said I was teaching Aiden to care more about a job than his own brother. Then he dropped the hammer. "You're a terrible mother." We haven't spoken much since. He says I should have stood by him. He says I humiliated him. He says our youngest son now has no one. But let me be very clear. Our youngest son is our responsibility, not Aiden's. Aiden is not a backup plan. He is not a full-time caregiver. He is not a second parent born to take care of a sibling because his actual parents are tired. I suggested outside help. He refused. I asked if we could hire care. He said we can't afford it, and yet also said we could afford Aiden staying home forever. He told me he won't ask anything of anybody because his son is his problem. And yet, somehow Aiden isn't somebody in that equation. He's just expected. Expected to give up his dreams. Expected to never leave. Expected to sacrifice his future because we are too scared to face the future ourselves. And now, my husband says he won't let Aiden come visit his brother. He says either Aiden moves back in or he doesn't get to see him at all. I don't even know if he means it. Sometimes he says things out of anger. Sometimes he apologizes. But even in his apologies, I see it. The entitlement. The refusal to see Aiden as his own man. I worry what this is doing to both our boys. I worry what it's doing to me. I worry that the damage is already done. So, am I the asshole for choosing my son's freedom over my husband's fear? Am I the asshole for using our money to help our son escape his sabotage? Am I the asshole for choosing what I believe a mother should be over what a father demands I become? Because I know what I saw. I saw my son dimming. I saw my husband deceiving. And I chose to light the way out, even if it meant setting fire to the bridge behind us. So tell me, was I wrong? This story is more than just a family conflict. It's a mirror. And sometimes, what we see in the reflection isn't pretty. This wasn't about a job. It wasn't even about money. It was about control. It was about a father's fear of change, of losing help, of not knowing what comes next, turning into manipulation. And it was about a mother finally saying enough. We talk a lot about being there for family, about duty, about sacrifice, but too often we forget. Real love never requires imprisonment. Aiden deserved freedom, and his mother gave it to him. Even if it meant breaking the rules, even if it meant standing alone. And for that, she wasn't a terrible mother. She was a real one. Now I want to hear from you. What would you have done in her shoes? Would you have defied your partner to protect your child's autonomy? Would you have kept the peace or broken the chain? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This is AITA Story Vault, where stories live and truths echo. See you in the next one.